Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another Wrath of Rakshasa construction update, coming to you from Six Flags Great America, just outside of Chicago in Gurnee, Illinois. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, turn on those notifications, make sure you get all my videos when they are released. And another reminder, all footage is captured outside of the park property using the zoom feature on my drone. Six Flags Great America is a no drone zone. Do not fly over or around the park without the proper permission. Before we get started, I just want to touch on some comments that I've been getting, and mostly that is, how do you support the channel? How can you support the channel? I've getting quite a few, and I very much appreciate that. So as of right now, because my channel is still relatively small, this is the easiest way for you to support the channel. So under all of my videos, there's a thanks button here. All you have to do is click on that and then select the tier on what you would like to tip or donate. And once you have that set, you can type out a personalized message. That comment will then be highlighted in the comment section for you, and I would appreciate anything and everything. There have been a few of you that have done this already and figured it out, and I do appreciate it. And it's not a must, but a few of you have sent me comments asking what's the best way to support the channel, and currently this is the best way. But let's jump into the video. Today is Thursday, March 20th, 2025. And nothing really to report still track-wise. So there's no movement on pieces being brought onto site. There's no workers working on any parts of the actual track with supports or lifting anything. However, there is a lot of work going on by the station. And if you noticed, and it was actually in my last video, I didn't point it out, and actually the last couple of videos, the transfer track has been moving. So they are working currently. It looks like there's workers in that single bay, storage bay. And then if you can kind of see it peeking out from behind the food court building, but there is an excavator back there next to the concrete walls that were put up that is doing some work as well. You'll see that a little better once I fly around over to the side a little bit. Not quite sure why they still aren't doing any track work. Today's highs were in the 20s and very low wind. We had a cold snap prior to this one that are coming out of now, and they worked through that one without taking any breaks or anything. So not exactly sure what's going on. I would expect activity to really ramp up going into tomorrow and Saturday, if they are working on Saturday. And then definitely next week, we are supposed to be in the middle 40s for a couple days next week. So I would expect to see activity pick up quite a bit once we get into next week. And again, it's not really anything to worry about in my opinion. The track now going out is most likely going to go up very, very quickly. And I just wanted to take a quick look at the back of the park to see if anything was going on with the track pieces, and nothing to report back here as well. The crane is just sitting, and we are in a holding pattern for track installation currently. So hopefully in my update next week, we'll see some major movement with this going forward. But getting back to the site here, this is when I'm gonna go out and kind of bring the drone around. Now with it still being cold, you're gonna see some shakiness on the drone. It's really not recommended to fly a drone in under 20-degree weather, so I'm kind of right on that cusp, you start to get shakiness. It doesn't react as smoothly. But you can still clearly see those final pieces of track that went in last week before all of the weather hit. The flag is still up on the top of the lift and right before the drop. It looks like they got all the railing work done up there, so it's possible that all of the work on the lift hill has been completed. You can see there's cars driving around, but not really anything going on the actual site where the old Demon Q is, or out in front where the Helix is going to go next to the food court. Nothing really going on there. There's no activity, but you can see the arm of that excavator there moving there next to the concrete wall. And if you look really closely, you can see some people walking around in the storage shed, and it looks like there's people actually up on where the station is going to be that are doing some work as well. So it's good to see that work hasn't completely halted, and they're getting my guess is getting the electrical and all that stuff done. And there's a better shot of that green excavator that's working there next to the concrete wall that was put up. So still curious as to what this is going to be. Obviously something enclosed. You can see there's like 3 concrete pillars there, and then another small concrete wall by them. And when the camera pins around, you can see a doorway at the back of the concrete structure that's facing the service road area. So I had been talking with one of my friends yesterday about this, and our opinion is this has to have something to do with the queue, especially being under the station. So my guess is that you're somehow going to make your way through wherever the entrance portal is, and then back, and eventually kind of get to this area that's going to then lead you up to the station. The only way I'd be able to describe it is similar to what happens on Batman when you're in the outside queue and then you get to the drainage tunnel that you then go into, and then you're in staircases leading up to the station, which will be all enclosed. At this point, that's our guess on what's happening here. But like I said, until we see some additional artwork or any more information released by the park, it's really hard to say what exactly is going on here. Now, if you do remember, the information that came out at No Coaster Con was that the ride was going to have extensive theming throughout the queue, so I'm very excited to see what they come up with. I know when they announced the ride, John Kraniak, who is the park president, had talked about hoping to get some audio on the lift hill similar to what Dr. Diabolical has, so we'll see. And hopefully with weather warming up now, there won't be too many more hindrances going forward, and we can see some major progress in the coaster. I still think the coaster will be done with construction by the middle of March. Now, don't forget, after the coaster is done with construction, before they can test anything, all of the footers have to be grouted, and then that has to sit and cure too. So I still think we're going to see testing in April sometime, hopefully by the time the park opens, but we will just have to wait and see. And looking down by the base of the lift hill, you can see that little concrete wall that has been put up with the little doorway, and then there's like the 3 pillars that are behind it. So this being in front like that, obviously this wouldn't be anything that I don't think would be maintenance. So this has to have something to do with the queue itself. So hopefully we'll see soon what exactly is going on. And just a quick look at over where the base of the implement is. But that's going to do it for this quick update today. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on those notifications. And I will catch you in the next video. Later, guys.